The views and opinions expressed on this show by the hosts do not necessarily state or reflect those of the channel. Furthermore, the views and the opinions of the guests do not reflect those of the host and the channel. Also, we do not encourage you to try this at home. We are trained professionals who do not have your best interest at heart or our own. Enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls,
welcome to the greatest podcast on the planet.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yolana eti po 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 po.
And they tipping me off. I know you from the inside out. We do some real talking at my mama's house. We finna get something for $1. We might just head home in a Honda. But are you ready? I am ready. Don't keep me waiting. I'm okay. I'm just minutes away. You can call me any day. You can call me replay. But are you ready? I am ready. Don't keep me waiting.
We're black again.
The greatest show on the planet.
Turns out ukuthi into esibona ngathi ngamakaka la ifike izinto esibona ngathi ngamakaka la ifike endlini sekuyi icing sugar.
Tanga crème de la crème, homie.
Yeah. I'm not the blind. I'm not the blind.
I mean, I think when you're so many smoothie that Joe. When you talk, you just do it and put it out there. It is what it is.
Yeah.
No, but last week
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Nah.
Okwenzakele. Ukuthi yabona manje, thina esisebe sibonke ukusenzakalana.
Sesi analyze, sesi
over analyze. Then kuma comments abantu bafike.
Yeah. Uyabona kulomuntu okhulumayo ukuthi the spectator doesn't experience the same way as the performer. So sometimes, yeah, I'm smart, yeah. So the biggest disadvantage of being a performer is that you never get to experience yourself. I want to say stage in Naba. Abantu babekholisa ngale, but then
akula performance masturbation or something.
You can't. You just have to. You just have to go watch someone else to just have.
Which one is this one?
I'll in real time. Because in real time, it's like
we were barely 2 minutes in, huh?
Sizophuza phela. Izolo besifakatshe besisemzini izolo so kade.
Oh yeah.
They kept us on a tight leash.
Izolo sifakatshe i-podcast kakabafo la.
So nje bahla balinike imithetho yalapha ekhaya.
Ngitshela ukuthi i-podcast ithenga kaqala. Bona kade nsithi
I really wish I'd been recording that, bro.
Fuck. Yathi qala isi episode to please what the fuck.
This is Canada. Later we heated na nimfake khona ngithi ukhuluma ama race relations. You guys know when you talk about race relations and heated up and then was about what the fuck was that?
But this guy almost lost a friend via TikTok challenge.
Is it?
Gule trend eyenzakala la. Toss send your man inkazana yakuthumela message ithi without a condom, right?
Uchero wakho akusendela omnye uchero omuhle.
Uchero wakho wena akuthumela message athi without a condom, right? Then noma uzuzwa ukuthi kare ukukhuluma ngani athi never mind.
Oh, kube ngani message
Message
elahlekileyo.
aso yakho, yeah. Wena yathi
Fuck.
Into zabo Jane.
wena yathini?
Why am I catching straight?
Wena yathini? Umama uthumela message njalo. Like yabonga ukuthi asho.
Yeah.
Speak on the mic, Jane.
That sounds wrong. Anyway, did you get the pills?
Yeah.
Yeah, that way everybody's.
Trying a counter, bro. Half time 1-1.
But you
Without a corner, no. Last time we didn't use one.
for that message. But
we need to talk. Uti, yes, we need to talk. That way, both of us say.
Yeah. This is I went along with City. They went internally and telling response. Listen there.
Show what's up.
Yeah,
very.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Very, we need to talk.
But I'm a counter espionage.
Counterintelligence.
You're coming for this week.
But I'm saying, imagine you go to Van Rep.
Lao velu zazuthi ngipondile this week. I think that's the difference. Ngakuthola la ukwazi ukuthi ngichekile this week.
Yeah.
Kuhle kuthe we need to talk. Kuhle fuck.
Vele kuyilahle man.
Vele ngandalela amajili sithi hamba ugqoka idangari.
But if I think okunye also kusenza izinto zibe complicated i-reaction yakho wena umuntu makuthumela i-message njalo. Like as a maybe a boyfriend which akuthumela i-message njalo. Uthi aswi kuzasala la isibuzo.
No, but okunye as a honey or whatever, like umuntu wakho. Yeah. If you know who to remember the event or some jokes like and lobule man, it's not his thing, bro. Why would you want to do that for content creation?
Lokho kwenzeni kubafana bama podcast.
Jay.
Oh abajile sithi.
Majoda. Njengomfana.
Ufuna ukuzela ku manager Jay.
Uyibonile ilokhu zethu. I-reaction yakho ngikhuluma ngento le. Ngicabanga kube wayithola imessage.
I don't know. I just didn't like it, bro.
When?
Yeah, but it's true. Maybe I got a class here, but I got mama chino te buka sta. I'm not baby. Very see a clown.
Actually, without a condom, right? Ubuzi uthi awufati. Never mind. It's not your message. Just one.
Ngobe nyana bangani bakhe. Pero chere bathanda kunyeya. Liyanyea hunt.
I don't gonna be screw as Buzane sit here. Yes, I'm thinking of going through my niggas phone. I'm like, wasn't all right. Ungayazi izinto azikhuluma ngoba angena ku chat yami lawe. Dilika yonke into vele like.
Well, some things are not meant to be.
You guys are even worse.
Athina siwes.
Abantu babhayisa ke. Nxa ukhangela ifoni yepartner yakho usilokhu udingana lo Vuyi. Jay, hamba kumngani wakhe mphaya kabakhuluma khona. Ikazi abona khona.
Mina sibili kungafula.
Yami lo Mgcini guys ngakhuluma.
Vele ukuthi mina ukuthi I feel like ama chat amlani lonke lapha vela.
Vele advice eliphana nale fucked up.
Yami lo Mgcini definitely yamele ngidelete.
Vele advice yonke.
I excluding me. I mean, I think I was cool. But
ama chat amla wakre.
But
podcast ikona namuhla.
Ngamakhodi wena lawo.
Code feel manje uzithi manje whatever.
Wrong.
Param.
I stand the churches body there.
Parama chat amlo. Ralph futhi.
Nakoda ngikhuluma nani lonke into ezinormal to be honest.
It's more uthi nani. Githi ku normal.
Just two bros talking about 30 seconds.
Githi ku normal. But imase kufika ngale. Yo. Ngile into futhi engidiscover leyo like sengikwazi ukuthi nxa ufuna ukuthandwa ngamankazana wenza njani. Wenzeni kabe?
Njengomdala lana ku news.
Uyiseni?
Oh, SABC.
Just get it. Yeah. Okalomdala.
Dalo belisitulo samniki warning.
Wamnika.
The economy.
Economy.
Isitulo zami wow.
Kuna msitshela abangama ukuthi itopile ku TV la.
Together the economy.
Ukusithi into.
Bensithi sengikwazi ukuthi nxa ufuna ukuhawukela amankazana wenza njani. Yaba ku relationship upost girlfriend yakho.
Simple.
Me, I don't want to comment on that one.
What?
Simple.
Speak on the mic.
Sorry. Allow me something. Mgcini mntanje ukuthi i-secret yakhe. Angedala so I know it's another friend of mine.
For the sake of the podcast, it's my secret.
Asuye. It's another friend of mine.
Khuluma secret.
Watch yabukela this job with a wife. Yabona ama series down athanda amankazana.
Ayimi.
For your conversation.
Yabona I date khuluma ngosha uthi you watch that too? Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
Karoti mbuyele uthi ngiyathanda. No bro. But the conversation.
Oh my gosh, we have so much in common. That's
it. Vele ungadlalela kulaphana ungene ku Moja Love lapha. Yeah, ticking the boxes.
Yeah.
But kumoja genuine is yamboro because uyabungena ungani una ulterior motives.
But you feel ukholise.
Oh, yeah.
Can you report to players kanjani?
Yeah. So ngeke ngapost
Amashows
picture.
okukhala abafundisi line.
Ngeke post picture sometime during the week I think. Ngilele so ngi-episodes ayifaka lapha abantu bayibona ngi-episode kulo nyawo lenkazana.
Usexy dog.
Ama message ongatholela ba. Oh, bamgcinisela ijola vele. Yeah.
That TikTok offer. Did you see that TikTok of that girl or post that when I post my pay, ungene so my messages amaningi and stuff. That's that post had more comments than all your other personal posts.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this more manje abanye basebefaka abantu abacabangilayo bemoshile. Selibuya lamanye amabizo.
Lerato. Lerato zamsebenzela. Zamsebenzela ku podcast.
Yimi.
What's with Jane?
Hey.
Bro.
Nangumuntu ezifaka.
Kathini kathi.
You what are you saying? You what are you saying there?
Kathi sisi kulo sisi lapha lingamulo. Lo sisi echayini two piece ebambayo lapho uyena kusithi nguye. Uthini wena sisi wena?
Yeah, nguye.
It's gotta be you.
I thought it was me.
But I feel like okunye untshela ukuthi
Ngeke la touch picture njalo Mgcini.
Don't know.
no, but untshela ukuthi idelulu singakushaya like that.
Ukholwa bra ukuthi
ubelieve ukuthi noma ungayisuka ubelieve ukuthi bari yimi.
Kathi picture ezithethe nini?
Sithethe nini azinto zabo Mgcini azivela ama sneaker wona lawa uzwathenga ama sneaker ngikhona ukuthi uzube right.
Yelana ukuthi uposte wathi happy birthday babe lokho engikhangela iID yami to try to convince myself.
There's another one like of a chick. I think she posted a picture like egu Ford Ranger line. Maybe bra semphume endlini ngachika ku garage ka 10 bro.
Lokho mbona hayi.
Akula Ford Ranger.
Uwona ukuthi sithi ke.
Akula lutho tshele ngitshele wona fit yakho.
Angila moteje.
Hey Ford Ranger ipake pandisha amagiza.
Chamaza.
Amagiza.
So
La yapha umfazi wakho zibe ngo3 ekseni angene phakathi.
so selikwazi like nxa ufuna uku-attract because nxa usingla ukho ivalue yakho ayikho phezulu.
Wangela umuntu okufunayo.
Exactly.
Nabantu
People want
abasingla
someone
batrust.
that's wanted by someone else.
Nobody wants to sleep with you.
Yeah.
My man.
Like guys.
What's going on?
Hi,
I can't be the only one that wants to.
Uzofela kimi.
Oh, uzovuka ngami.
Uzovuka ngani?
Kumele ukhanye la ukuthi abafana bayachicha la. Okay.
Even the science kule neutrons law about that.
Yes,
Item eveli emuva vele.
Yeah.
Yele
Thina
attractor
esabhankayo.
But anyway.
Is my arts.
Thina baka Gomora.
But yeah, kule neutrons law that explains that.
But otherwise, how are you guys doing? Are you guys okay? Is everyone okay?
I see Switzerland.
Yeah. Sesitshele lapho ukuthi ze hayi man. Sekele sikhulume. Siyakwazi ukuthi podcast yakho.
Phela silama episode esisavala ke intro yakhumbula. Esizachale khona wa 30.
Sabe streaming
Valelisa athi. Kanti training intro.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So mina benselibuze la engakacommand lapho ukuthi siqalise. How are you guys doing? Is everyone okay? Yonke into sharp?
Are you all right?
Are you all right?
I see Switzerland.
No, all left.
Well, all left. Jane, all right.
Yeah. So.
Wazange wazama ukuzibophela this week.
I know.
Asibelile order, asibelile line.
Uyakutshela Mgcini usithi umtshela in confidence. Abuya kutrendisa. Phela lo uyabayimini. Quick fast. Angcini fuseke uyazi.
Kule day 1 ngangidinga uJane like wekele ukumphendula.
Wathi mayiwe.
Kahle ngathi yimi lapha engangi depressed.
Ngofuza bulala.
Ngathi sengikhohliwe ukuthi ngathini wathi Jake right.
What?
Sengikhohliwe but kule nto engangiyikhulumile ngathi wathi Jake right.
Mina ngasho njalo.
Wena.
Kusho
Ngokuyilahla dila.
Wabongo. Kwaba mina Jake, Jane asomona bokuxoxela live in depression yakho. Before we are lapha. I was just telling you a near death experience. Ube clear the whole time, Jake. Eqeda bethu.
Go.
Mate, nilalele.
Bro, you know you're naturally funny. So sometimes,
but it's not a funny story.
I feel like ungahle nje usixoxele then bese
Ukhamelo
siqala
is very
isipodcast.
animated. Mgcini.
Bese siqala
Ukhamelo is very animated. Uyakhuluma ethi, what do you want me to do, bro? He acts out everything he's saying. Mina ngithule.
Mama ngitshela ine death experience engaphosa ngafa khona.
Kuhamba njani please go. Siyacela.
Akhuluma. Alright, iphise ubatshele khona uthena ukungenzela.
Intamo kaKabelo ngalila basicreen.
Angikwazi stories ezingeke ngasikhuluma yena.
Khuluma.
Ngeke ngasikhuluma ku podcast le esebhoda.
Hayi, ngiyemi.
Anze ngixoxa story esebhoda la ku podcast.
No, I remember the like kuthi kule muntu owafayo on the bus or something. Was that that?
No,
That's you. So sakho sisazi.
Hey, fanele ibhoda ku rough.
How?
Ngingamniki mic.
And guys, ofuna ukukhuluma ngapha just take the mic. Mic iseceleni kwakho uphela.
Alright, this story sami lesa ngafuna ukukhuluma podcast, but anyway, there was an eventuality where I had to travel to SA. And then we were traveling as like a lot of people. But I mean, initially I wanted to fly, but I thought, it's a killy vibe, yabo. Eating roll la majid. So it's got a COVID lava. My chances come banjani, my chances da kulo mala icho cross the border. Ama COVID test offer, how ngisa umchitu te. Alright, sweet. Sifika bana singiro mala icho laba. Ndoda like ku back seat ndoda sasinganyathela ngale floor sinyathela amambodlela otshwala bro. Vibe. Dawo lesidlule kungabi labona kulenye indawo kumiya khona masusiye okulimbuze kulenyama embuze eblind.
Makhado.
Thongapi?
Is it Makhado? Yeah.
I don't know what that place is called. I feel that dawo inyama embuzi. Talk it was a vibe.
Yeah, so Makhado.
Let's figure border lapha. Umalaitsha sebesitshintshisa imoto lapha sokuthi hayi ma chance. So iplan yabo ukuthi kuzathiwa thina singo driver be truck samuketha i-truck efile SA, but this other guy said la ba clean kakhulu labo abantu ababhili ukuthi ba drive i-truck lapha. And then this guy said hayi sebajumpisa la majita. Mina ngithi okay, it's chill. Sikhicho sifake kwenye imoto manje sihlanganiswe labanye abantu ade bezo cross border. So kulabo masalo ogogo abathola amasaka nje abavele like
That time when you like passport you.
ndoda ne passport mina vele yonke into yami ikwanile, but I'm like asambeni
Mana ngifithe in for the
vibes.
vibes.
Amajila khona sebonga ukuthi hey badala andithi funke egoli kukanjwa so, and the whole time I'm thinking I actually don't want to go that bad. Singena ibhundu doko esihambe ebhundu sokuthiwa
I-cross board i-double up phela le.
double up nje mina sengifika sengibona lapha sokuthi double up la. So now sathi sesiphuma emotini ka Chomla noMalaitsha wasesithi kithi hayi ma chance iganga leli ligcweleni amaguma lamasela, so chiyani imali zenu lamafoni enu la. Mina just last minute I thought, you know what, fuck it, let me just, cause I had a Nike crossbody with a piece in it. Ngafaki phone, ngafaki the passport, ngafaka the $10 kuphela. Ngavala. Sesebhundu umnyuma Mgcini nje kosesindwa imkhungulu yakhe seginqile. Mgcini wami ke Hillbro ngithi bakho ngikuthwalise la. Yimlo. Sifike kwenye indawo ukuthi amajensi iphozi leli selichisa kuthiwa kwatshintsha ishift yamasotsha. Lalela dog, so ngama past 4 to 5.
Nzanzana Mgcini uyahleka ndawo ukafiki kuphathana
kodwa wena
umjudge.
Kadesi
Mana sifike.
Wena ngesikhathi sikhuluma ngakho it was just the two of us and I was
Mana
really emotional.
Mana sifike.
Dog. Sesifikile lapha kwelinye igceke so. Omalaitsha amaguma lana cross border sesibala. Sesingani sesiyi-over nge-4 la. Khona abantu naba yidifela ngaphi la. Sekulezinye izimileyo nje. Afseko nasuka afseka nje hani majita la serious kambe. Kuthi asimele ni shift yamasotsha. Saquthe egangeni la for like an hour. Anjalo. It's a very sad story of my life. The whole time segangeni I'm thinking, why didn't I just fly? I didn't want to do this.
And bro ilo is option ubulayo fly bro. Wawungala reason.
Kuthi shift isitshintshile sesihamba manje. Ilanga selingase lichona so past 5 to 6 lapha. Ngizwa ngani sokuthi ngase siqonda umfula la. Ngithi he bana. Kids. Love and peace and blessings. But I'm not going there. Kuthi hayi ngesabi siyabhoda ngithi hey ngizumfula mina la. Signing out. So, nje labana vela kona khathi songani kuthiwa kuthi ama pep talk. Wonke umuntu ayikhuluma ehamba. Sesele sesiyithulo chomama engahamba la. Sesithi jeka sahambe. Ngathi dog. I'm signing out. The actual words I said, abajida njalo kungichoka ngayo this day. Ngathi mina ngahamba lapha nyafa lapha angeni lapha nyafa lapha ngabe mtshela ijeka abantu sebekuchiwa behamba ngabe ngichibika ngiyi1 angaso waba semakhaya but emakhaya ilanga lingatshona iganga liyajinja dog so mina ngizitshela ukuthi hamboni ithi sibuye njani I think ngabhoda 2 hours yakwazi nje kwafika kwenye point engasakwazi ukuthi iZimbabwe ingabe South Africa ngaze mbonguwalker dog
Shit.
ngawalker kwabi phone ku 5% bengokuse emoteni kaMalayicha lapha vele ngakhohlwa
wena iscore.
mina vele nama playlist yabo at some point ngawalker ngabona sengichayisa lesifula ngathi I didn't cross lesifula ngathi U10 ngawalker ngabona sengikwelinye ibhundu so sengihamba ngikhotheme ngathi ngikhothame ngachibilika. And then I go to any diet and let dwala. So ngahlala edwaleni lena check. Angashaya prayer eheart. Yabona gym and above wangizwa live in direct ngathi and I didn't lie. It was like an honest prayer. I said to him, "Fanso ngiqamba manga ngithi hey ungangikhipha lamanza chibia laba fans. It's not going to happen, dog. But just please save me, dog." And then I thought, mana ngihlale lapha ilanga lize liphume. Khona ngama 7 okwasa ngama 8. But something just told me, fuck it, just keep walking. Bangithi ngiyadla ikhona lapha ngize chaka kula mama chile. Yazi ibhondo elikhulu njani? Angasisekela ngifike egangini eneli between South Africa. It's like a dense bush.
Nah, we
so
fly,
now,
bro.
I'm
Don't play
walking.
like that.
So I figure.
I'm saying we fly. We don't play like that.
we see it like for like a few seconds. Yeah, but you
So
know.
now, since sizokulo abantu abawalkayo lapha nani. Sengicela ukuwalka ngemva kwabo. And then I see them like I could see their silhouettes. Sebengizo chaka sebechibilika sebencheka. Ba continue bewalk. Ngahle ngarithi ukuthi lezi sifana nami lezi. Because kube bengamasocha wamaguma guma.
Bebakuchibilike.
Behle bethi etha yabo ngizwe ziyawalka. Lami ngahle ngakhukhumana ngathi. Awalka lapha. Ngafika ngawalka eceleni kwaso ngaze sesithule. Ngame sithi linjani madoda? Ngabe sithi it's right. Ngathi andiseZimbabwe. Ngathi ngadasambeni. So walk at dog, maybe walked for like an hour. Sadlula ama checkpoint ango2. Look ngifasile ngoba nje ngiqinisele nje. Until I cross like safika lapho kusukule izimota khona. And then lalela. Ezi2 zavalelisa ngase ngithayimile ngumuntu omdala yakhona. So shama ma chance yabo ngabe mbambe ngumuntu omdala ngathi mdala ngicongcide la. Aba ku fucked up la. Stranded ngikonjengise ukuthi ngahayikha ngabe nisebulawa. Umjide besithi yebo ustranded ngale stranded wabe mise enye taxi wathi athi umjidile story rapha umlaleli ngalunguza through the window khuluma stories ami fast utshona ukuthi dog you look like a genuine guy ngawungiqambela amanga uNkulunkulu uzakusotha but ngine emoteni emi take you where you can hike ngahamba afika one drop laba nje uthi kule bar lapha nele okule game ngide yakho wathambe iphungu la kusala phana ungabi too obvious la cause manje sengakubamba inkonzi. Then I went there. I switched on my phone. My phone was like 3% at the time. Then I just called my dad and I think, ndazokuchwapeni la. Ushoro stekile la. Dala bese zupa abensendele imali. Then I was like, okay. Cause ngane 10 past 2 phela.
Yo.
Then I went to go and then luckily we had a relative that I didn't know why I started to the board. They called this guy. This guy showed up. Kodwa abedinga umfana omude so. Omude kule bite bridge yonke. Ngathi ngifika lapha. Then this guy was like, we are like, then he took me to his house. Gave me a place to sleep. Sharp. What a volume young. I think I color 1 hour. I cried for like an hour, dog. And then the next day, I looked for transport and I went back home. What's over in Scotland? I said, so much is anything I'm telling I saying, I want to see about soap or somebody. Hey, look. Lay me stare the whole time saying, this story is fucked up because that was like the one time in my life I realized we impede kuchinche like any minute, dog. Like 1 minute is like cheetah, say a viper. The next thing say kangeni, ele no man's land. Where I'm like, where the fuck am I even going?
I was story less I think him now ngixoxela but ama details la ngiyaqalisa. Yazi mina ngasicina ukuthi safika ngathi sembona ukuthi la ke lahla ngabe njani chibilika.
Ukuthi wakhala. Wakhala ekhuleka. Wandering in for 40 days in the wilderness.
Don't go wilderness, dog.
Now I've got a question. What really made you cry?
I think when you go realize ukuthi
I almost like
it could have almost died. Okay.
Because I really feel like, do you know iganga leliana ungathola ngamasocha ungathola ngawuchoma abachayi drug smuggling. it's really it's just not a good. So for me, it was just an awakening moment. Your life can really get fucked up in an hour. Like 1 minute when he's vibrator, taking Chinese sky vodka lamachita, ni oxa. Kwamba ngithenga ngigqoke niyokwazi ngigqoka kanjani mina. Ngigqoke short nama slides. Vele I was in such relaxed gear, dog. And next thing sengizegangeni we have to like try and find my way back to my country.
Yeah.
Vakuthatha mfana maybe sesikubona ku Blood Diamond 2.
Oh, vele ngayaphuma sengoyi documentary ye 3rd degree.
Sekarasukabelo
lo.
Like what disibindi sakho sokuhlukana nabantu endaweni enjalo vele mina
But
ngihlukana
anyways,
nabantu.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Fun.
welcome to another episode of the ByoPodcast in Ngxoxo 99, coming at you live from Zulu Fashion House.
I'm honestly still processing the story, bro.
It's
I've taken out Kbrizzy and I put myself. How far would I have gone?
Kube ngasly.
That was a really bad day for
But
me.
anyways, on a lighter note, stay hamba lo Ralph town siyadinga lunch. So it's just approaching imember la. So nganinde so ithi salibonani. Yo. Linjani sharp ngalibona laphana ku podcast and chill. Mina I ate also podcast and chill but sharp.
Yabibulala manje camping yet. Leveling
But leveling chillanga.
Level chilling.
Level chill. Yeah, sebenze chill athi ngibonile kule initiative eliyenzayo. Ngile organization yenza ngento efana nayo. So masifuna ukudonate like si drop off ngaphi ama sanitary pads. I was like Zulu Fashion House. So wathi sizabona ukuthi siza njani. Siza donate amangai but lina li accept from ngai. I was like number
From one. Yeah, we take anything.
Number one.
From
Number one.
Every drop counts.
Anjamuso.
Nah, namhla sikuzile.
Namhla sikubhaqile. Shit yakho.
Namhla sikuzile toti
Morini land guys.
Yabo member wabuza ukuthi ama pads ba achiwa ngapi sathi babuye Zulu Fashion House. So this is a message to each and every person olaleleyo offisayo ukuthi donate initiative lokhu iqhubeka ofuna ukudonate abuye azochiya Zulu Fashion House, or you can contact uThokozisi kunumber lezi +263 78 9734. I think this is as far as lapha but just ukuziphinda kuphela +263 78 734, or email us at ByoPodcast99@gmail.com.
Nice, yeah. I also got pledges from like 3 different companies this week. They said, "Are you serious about what you're doing?" I said, "Yeah, now we have a." I said, "Okay, they're gonna come."
Abantu baboni ngani sifuna ukwenzani ngawo kanti sifuna ukuya ku-podcast lapha sibe sichana ngawo.
But into enje njengabatshela ngathi imali asiyifuni.
Yeah.
Because just in case mina ngivele ngizazithengela iPhone 15 next week.
Yes.
Angifuni ukuthiwa imali yamapads le. Imali yamapads.
Yeah. Just buy pads and bring them. We
please.
don't want your money.
Sizama uku-avoid vele like ama
as much as possible. Even if you're out the country, understand there are people actually outside the country want to donate.
Yeah.
If you have someone or trustworthy within the country, you can send money to. They buy the pads and then they bring
it's
them
more
here.
it is show.
Hi, it's trouble.
Babe uthumela imali ukuthi uhambe ethengela i-podcast ama-pads wona susiyathenga inkukhu.
So uzochi box lama elastoplast la.
Yabo thina sithe sifunile ukuzeni. Yabo.
So but for the most part, thank you for everyone who's donated so far because wakona sebe donate.
So far sile like Eslaw gares like Eslaw yi 1322 so far.
Yenzi i-graphic leliana sokuthi kuyasukela ku0 kubale kufike 1.3.
Yeah, siza kubona
Do
ukuthi siza kwenza njani noma ngasoke
Awusozekwenza.
Yenza la guy.
noma ngasoke
Ukuvuma nje
Adobe Pro Premiere yakho kayenza khona.
yeah sinzazama ukuchecka mbo.
Awutshethe ikhovula lapha.
Yeah, ngachechela ikhovula mbo toes. Ilokhuzeni like Eslaw garesa yi
Check your cost.
1322. But nxa sesibala labantu abasithembisayo siku 1847.
I'm pretty
The
sure.
target is 5K, right?
Yeah, in like 2-3 weeks, Vele would have doubled or tripled this number because when I got some promising play. Couldn't say weed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I go status, and a lot of
Rico.
people replied, but was a tune.
Rico, uthi.
Plus, Lamgule members that are touching down on Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, you just know what you will imagine touching down.
Touching down. I saw Bundu Lama prayers.
I saw double up.
I'm a fans the podcast, and so they touch down on Friday. They're
And
coming
my
for
pads
some,
are not
for
even
some
that
event,
expensive.
so.
I actually found out this is a learning curve for me also.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's very good if it $17.50.
Ndo tucabanga ukuthi mina ngakhuluma ngathi like with confidence ngathi thina sifuna ukudonate 100
but mina ngingabuzwa i-boyfriend yami ukuthi amaphedzi imalini ngamtshela 15 as long as
like kai malini
mina ngathi $1.50
$1.50 per
a
L10
packet
A packet.
one
L10.
packet
Iphakethi ihlala kunganani?
kulele 10 kulele 8
So
Dependa
maybe
nge-quality.
Elile 10 last i-cycle yonke
If you're
kumbe
smart.
you need 2 or 3.
But just generalize.
Yeah,
A
phela
cycle.
masinye
A
mawuthi
cycle.
chap yalast
Okay.
Nah, just
so
no
thina
like you
promote
need to
ukuthi
change regularly if you're that hygienic but if you
Okay.
choose to
Kunjenge
budget,
sithuba.
there are some people who budget not because bayamachap but uyabengela
ebengiyela.
maybe one uyapusha an extra hour
Oh,
gcina
okay.
usizwa abantu making fun of them yeah usenuka but umuntu uyabengela yabo
Okay.
Manini.
speak on the mic
Manini.
speak on the mic
The question was, can a pack do a cycle? Can we work with that? Would a pack for a cycle? 2 packs
okay
for a cycle.
ama cycles they differ there's people who bleed for 2 days
Yeah.
kulabanye abe 6 days
Okay.
Yeah.
so mawu heavy uyakwanisa ukusebenzisa 4 ngeday
Oh.
Heavy
You
is
can
the
use
head
2.
with the crown on it.
but yabona at the end of the day thina singasiza lapho esikwanisa khona yabo
it's better than zero
yeah akufanani le zero yabo thina khona ke siyabe sikutholile lapha
I was on a phone call with some NGO, and then this lady was telling me there are some kids actually in Makaya who.
angazi ukuthi zingelungisa njani lapha
So she was telling me some kids like in Makaya when they're on their cycle they don't go to school for those days. So now you have kids at least 5 days of the month who are missing out of school. And already Makaya, you know how difficult it is.
yeah
Nengi, kule, you know
mina
what I'm saying?
ngiyafisa ngabe bayakwenza
And if you
worldwide.
multiply those days, months onke of the year, you see they end up
Ngama-grades.
losing.
Yeah.
mina ngiyafisa ngabe
losing
kuthiwa
significant.
ama-periods ngama-off days because
Well, I do cut it very good life.
guys ngikhathia
Urico.
There was a suggestion like that. I think in
there was a what
a suggestion like that, ukuthi when a lady or a woman is on periods, they kube ngcono off
Is this
days
for school or for like the workplace?
for work.
work because
Maybe. I wouldn't be mad.
yeah.
Sorry, no a bad guy, but corporates wouldn't afford such.
I'm soon going to get back to work. An example, like see much
Me, I think if guys went through what women go through during periods, you wouldn't be saying that, Ralph.
I also think if
Because-
you guys
No,
went through
like
what we
that's,
go
if
through
you notice
when
what
our
he
money
said,
is
that's
being
not his
chowed.
opinion. He's saying
Sorry.
a capitalist society cannot
Yeah.
allow that. Hey, he's not saying that.
Speak on the mic.
If it was up to Ralph, I'm sure maybe so get up and my periods. That's what I'm saying.
yeah but mina lo
Elon Musk don't think like that.
mina lo privilege tshele like nxa uthile kuma
You can even drop off a care package.
ziyakhala no
Lifuna Chomkins,
ufunani
Ufunani?
salt and vinegar.
ichocolate yenzani iyavala
Ah, yeah. I feel actually so sexual harassment ukuthi uyakubuza ukuthi eyani. Yabo? Phela thina sesilegitimate
Mina
bangani.
mina njengo HR podcast. Can we talk after the show?
We need to talk.
Zanini phela nithi to Rikutheni. Rico, for those of you who don't know, Rico nguyumsuni and get back to work. Uhleza so fena bathi. Ha, selidelete ama pets. Ngithi yes, amusota something. Ithi okay. Ithule it. Ah, siswa mohlula izame kathi ezothi uSteve Vovo ukubhayisela ivovo. Yazi joke leta mawuthenga ama pets from Ipara. Ipara lithi siswa mohlula izame kathi. Uzathi uSteve Vovo udayisela ivovo.
How Rico guys defund that guy.
How Rico
defund.
Izothini? Hayi angazineze nika abantu emakhaya izabeni batestisa khona ukuthi nizathi umgcini uligaya amavovo.
But you know it would be fun actually if we can like get somewhere even out of town where we can just drive. Go a road trip weekend, then we go drop the items off.
Yeah, I feel like
Go blind.
But I want to land because one thing I know is, outside of some of these topics are still a bit taboo. So I don't know how Mama Bemakai would feel about abafana.
Yeah, actually nxa kusenza vele thina sekwanisa ukudlalela ngemuva.
Yeah.
Over to you.
Exactly.
Can you do
As long as
something for
dinner
me?
African woman. She knows.
Isisindo.
Ah, benzithi uyobuthutha ngethi.
Umzelelani.
Ngoze ukukhuluma uRico wake wathi kulo muntu obukela lokhu izenini. Obukela ipod uya ngayo timela. Bocha. Isisu zibuhlungu. Like mina isisu besingigaqisa
Kunathamanza. Ale fact yapho leyi. Leyi siyaxoxa izolo. Kanti mina ngwasiyacheka endlini. So sikhuluma ngesinye story esenzakeleyo la ke town. Sentype ishow mina sempala. Isusu tanetsa pa town. Le phenti avela I think amanzi empompi. Ngisengamsendela ivoice note ngathi hey wena angayedi isisu siyanetsa bana nke isusu. Yebi penethi.
Ndoda yabufuna ukuventa ndoda. Yazi ukutshona etoilet kubuhlungu.
Yebi pendula.
Ndoda wesa into ebuhlungu yathi uqeda. Uzitshela ukuthi sengiswi.
So right.
So mele ubuyele futhi. Wena.
And
I heard in tissue paper it makes it worse. And we used to laugh at Indian toilets.
For washing, yeah. We used to laugh Indians for washing.
But washing is the way to go, bro.
Njani manje?
Instead of wiping, those Indian toilets,
Amadoda ngibanoza But ngibanoza geza
Tissue very asubula ama-2
No, like
it's
for now, like
one at a time.
in your ass.
Zanini bangani bami lokeli lonke passionate ngokubhotsha one at a time. Because ngiyalizwa sithi khwapha. Awuyisuse putas la uthi.
Sala uthi umgcini uyothanda amakaka. Abuka manje.
Vele la podcast ngeke phezulu ngakhuluma ngokuthi kani.
Awukhuluma.
Anyway, I was saying like this is actually very normal. Like don't laba sihlale African, so that's generally one ply le two ply. But like in places like Japan, right? You actually don't wipe. Like to lokuza lapha kuhle ukuspray vele kuhle ku-aim so I think
This is a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have that.
Nah, I can't have my bottle sprayed.
But the other thing is,
Mina kulomngane wami. Asizengicamba ukuthi nationality man. Engamvakashele abroad. Ngathi ngicela tissue. Wathi angivela ngangila tissue.
Ngiyazi nokuyazi.
Waba worried.
Habibi.
Ngathi what? No, but the food is very Asians they like spicy food, hey?
So ivochololo every day.
Mina asithi ngamanga. Yazi ngithe ngihuta these past days. Yazi tissue yenza kulume guys. I'm telling you, you have to constantly keep bathing.
Now who the vele ke bekuvele kuchisa vele. Tissue yenza kube worse.
So nabese dini uyathi uqeda ukugeza so manje ubuyele futhi. Ubuyele futhi.
Mina if your podcast le goes corporate, I will really believe in anything is possible. I'll tell you.
Tina
Mina, do you know-
family guy totally deal folks, bro. So it's fine, bro.
To my understanding, I know with Indians because they eat a lot of spicy food. Ungathi spicy food vele kuphuma ngale kunjani?
Yeah.
Igasket isidabukile. Kese overeat.
Bemfuna
That's why they use water.
Bemfuna ukukhuluma ngoRico ukuthi wathi kulomuntu obukela lokhu izenini. Kulomuntu obukela i-podcast le ohlale sithi every time kuhlala kukhulunywa ngamakaka kubena. Every time. Ngani vele every time asikhuluma lapha sihlala sikhuluma ngo-Tupac Shakur.
Into enhle siyambonga ngoba kuhleli ubukela ama-episode amaningi.
Yeah.
Ezethi every time.
Umuntu othanda ukuraise topic day.
But namhla isimi. Nanti isisami besibuhlungu.
Isisu associated lani mcini. Isisu associated lani.
Associated lesisu.
Khona isishona esikhona
And then you
isusu.
assume ukuthi
Isusu
njengoba wena
itanetsa.
unathi we are the healthiest but buka.
Ndotamanzi BCC my
Amanzi
purchases
e-BCC.
coming
I like
size.
Amnampindi she.
Like libona ukuthi ungagcwalisa ibhakede ulinike day uthola phansi so.
So we brown so.
Brown.
Ndoda.
Nomuntu ade eshi cigarette or something. Bazina.
O izicucu ze
Ze
Zani
buwa ntate buwa.
awuzaziqedisela.
Izicucu zani?
Izicucu zo Tupac. Anyways, dala ngacini kubuza imbuzi. Thina bese siyi podcast lana ukuthi siyabuya lapha sibuza nombuzo, siphizane then bese sihamba endlini. Sivalelisana asikhulumi ngento eziyakhaya la siyabuza nombuzo sichaya phansi. So what are the things our parents warned us against growing up that we now acknowledge as true?
Abangani, yakhumbula besithi you will see. We are seeing, yes. Aren't you seeing? What's the lamehla for? Alibona.
Abangani.
No, but you know what?
Asiqaliseni man. Asiqaliseni ngawo.
All right, no, I think all right.
Start.
Yeah, you can start. It's fine.
I'm not even abangani. I'm sorry.
Nah,
okay.
it's fine.
Yeah. Well, we're always told like, hey, watch out, your friends. Don't share too much.
Yeah.
Don't put a lot of faith in them.
Yeah.
Family first, that kind of thing. But
Like family. Oh.
yeah, then obviously
I think it's not varies. I think it's not varies, but I understand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Obviously, as an adult human being, you can also exercise discernment. All right, hey, some friends, okay, some family members.
Exercise
you know what I mean?
discernment.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, the reason why this was really funny to me is like, if all of us here were told to watch out for our friends, who are the friends that we're watching out for? Mm-hmm. It's the same way like, when we go to funerals, right? Like Kokwaku Usepupilo or something, or mine, right? Mm-hmm. It's always, she was a great lady. We don't talk, he's about 10. Ngoko betu wonke beshapan, ngoko kaba no lawyer.
You happy?
You know what I mean? So anyway.
But I think the like for the large part is just try and make good friends, dog.
Yeah.
Just try and make good. Not everyone.
Abangani abayakhaya or
uniki lift.
Yeah.
Because
do you know the friends that shock people usually? You see the ones you put your trust in. You think you've made a good friend.
Yeah.
Unapanu relaxile so te dakla.
Moses.
Moses. Mau relaxile. Yabona indlela relaxing ngayo sithi, yeah, I've made good friends. Yabona ba? Yiba bakenza uginyi acid.
Ngikhangile.
Ayisibo bonke. Obviously, you shouldn't be pessimistic.
I don't know if this is a bad thing, right? But
Yeah.
Me being told to do that taught me, like, subconsciously to compartmentalize. I've got friends at church. I've got friends in the creative space, which is you guys. Then I've got friends in Natal. I said you were very kombelela. But
it's just a joke.
Ngizamile ukuba separator.
Anyway, yeah. So it taught me to compartmentalize. But another lesson that I'm currently learning is that sectors they intersect.
Yeah, they intersect.
For example, Ukabelo, the times when actually we've gone out on some nights, and we are also one of my friends in the creative space.
But that's Chaipi.
Yeah, one. So like I learned that.
Vuyi full of shit today. I'm good say. That is very. That is very. Kuta we nisho nene hostel.
Garden of House.
Oh, Garden of House.
Yeah, there was first.
There was one of these nights where I was with him and I was drunk. I was drive. Chai Pete, remember? I don't record. I have a talk. As I recording video, fucked up. I'm asked why. What high squeak. I said, you get a new one and fuck this guy.
That was Garden of House. I think we're coming from the place. Yeah. On that day we had Garden of House.
And they went to the place. If you don't
Anyways, easy passing is interchain. Okhula abadala like besithi lokho mntanami lo.
Ukuthi abafana. They must fuck off to the nearest.
Wena wathi hayi bazali. Wena wathi hayi.
The boys are delicious.
Wathi hayi.
I have nothing else to say about that. That's just
and they were right.
Hey.
Ukunika
Woof yeza.
Ngisizwe woof.
Yabona izinto ezinizwisa amabhini izikhongotha ngani izikhomplela ngegovernment. Loza ngiyadlala.
Ukunika debese toilet i-context. Umbuzo uthi lalela umbuzo. What are the things our parents warned us against growing up that we now acknowledge as true?
Okay.
Osanjani? Usacabanga? Enye into abayikhuluma ukuthi imali ayikho.
Yeah, especially I can actually relate.
Bethe ngicelani lokhu izenini ngicelani ngithenge why mina linganithengeli lokhu imali ayikho mntanami.
Akho mali.
Khona le mali la.
I think that's the best you've said.
Khona le mali la.
Khona mala.
Imali.
Siyahuzuka sonke la.
Akula mali guys.
Iphela in. Hey besithi.
Also, payday is actually stressful than waiting for it.
No, I think I remember sasifunda ku A school. By the time ikhumali sase A school. Like sasifunda khona ngalana, but we just didn't have a lot of money. I remember our cousins babele imali eningi kakhulu. And we would always ask kathi na indaba lingasiniki imali break or imali elingana le abanye, and sasifundela amakhiwa, and they always had money, they always had food, nice things and all of that. Sa transfer sa eNchamati primary
Sikolo sanga.
Awangistop.
Ngani ngukhasi bethi jamming.
I know, honestly speaking.
Nchamati
Nchamati emagwegwe.
From Khumalo to Nchamati.
Hey guy.
Yeah, this is on some
I
also
don't
in
even know how
London
to
shit.
explain, but no, but you're telling the truth, guys.
Yeah.
I think Lati says because my brothers
there's
also
no
have
money.
kids. And sometimes they will ukuthi maybe ngapha ngani kunzima imali. Kodwa umntwana yabe nga-understanding. Honestly speaking, yabe ngazwisisi anything.
I think it's the
kind
best
of
example.
Yeah, it's the
I
best
feel like
one. It's the best one.
okunye abadala babesitshela khona singabalaleli. Sithi abadala ba ukudla emzini.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so ngiyakuvuma.
Mnandi ukudla kwemzini but yabona I feel like nxa usase boys yabo izinto ezinyingi hygiene.
Awuzazi.
Like ubungalandaba laso vele when uthola iplate vele thola ukuthi enxele
Boxing
inyama
beater, vele.
etholti vele le nyama abakuphakululekayo nendlini yebe
Ngabona
incane.
iTikTok yomuntu oyegeza nje esinkini ekitchen. Sengathi
Khali nje geswa.
Esinkini indawo ngekeseletha pinto.
ngicina msho wakadla kokabelo and this is it.
Yizi izinto engikhuluma ngazo zona lezi zokudla emzini.
Did you see
To be honest.
He wasn't smiling.
To be honest.
That time mina mfuna ukutshela abantu ukuthi bangadla emzini. Nango lapho ukuthi
To be honest, nje clean kulani but imdideke.
No way.
Just speak for yourself.
It's not even scientifically true.
Speak
Nah.
for yourself.
Do you know?
Jeke inja inja ndoda. Ungazozama ukusitshela into
Inja
zakho.
lemkhaza.
Izinto zami
Wena zibuza ukuthi waye umuntu angathi uyinja wena uyazonda wena.
kada ngani umuntu engathi usapho idimbaro yazonda.
Hayi lapha mawuzi.
Ngiyakutshela izinto ezi.
Mina mkhulu nano.
Anyadlala mathetha ngigezisa inje esinkini. But
Mina mbambele
actually
kantulo.
izinja are not as okay, it's fine. Ubona lemgalo.
Na khuluma.
Mana sokubona izinja zami.
Khuluma.
You've seen my dogs, bro.
Khuluma dog.
Nezami ziyagada imoto. So ino so ngithi ngira imoto
Hayi
yami.
lezangikhaya kanjani se?
No, but asingadiraili.
Yeah.
I-point yakhe is true.
Yokudla emzini.
Imagine ubuya ngikhaya mina ngigesa injami esinkini.
Kulaba ifta abapheki rice bangagezisanga.
When i-rice liyane
Man sigesa i-rice esigesani man.
Ndoda. Njengabantu bezinto ezifana nje.
Inyama yegezisa uma uyiboila. Do you want
ebhakedeni lokuwatsha ndoda umuntu egezisela imbhida.
Yes.
Manish, one at a time.
You don't wash rice.
No, like make it make sense, Jomi.
You don't wash rice.
Wash impuphu, Jane. Wash impuphu. Wash isinkwa.
Guys,
Ngiyagezisa isinkwa lina.
Yeah, lapha
white rice
sekusiveza lapha abanye lapha
Singasavakatshelani sonke la. Singasavakatshelani.
alipheki.
uJane ufuna ngigesa ibutter mina.
Ngibuza so kanti lase kwamanye ama restaurants abagezisa.
Hey, and
Aligesi rice.
Khanya nyama empoza.
Inyama ke.
Uyigeselani rice?
Inyama ke.
Uyigeselani inyama?
Hayi,
Kanti
inyama.
uyabuza isikhumba saphandle kanti. Aliphakathi. It's been inside its whole life.
yes, principal sakhuluma something lapha. Khona umuntu engididile.
Package rice ngibone is sealed, bro. And then I wash it, bro.
No, you're not washing it ukuthi we cleaner into ezingcolileyo. Igesi ukuthi istarch esingezihamba ipheke sharp. Cleaner lipheke lokuzini, lipheke iphapho rice.
Eh, omunye lo uchapa abangiwo. Ani ngine bomnandi. Xa ngilinga igezisi likholisa sharp. But kulokudla lokhuyana ukuthi yabubona ukuthi uthe ungena ekitchen.
Isibambo somphika.
impukane
namanje itshele enye into
kulokunye kungimsmele ukuthi hacha so
ensembe emdala ngangani ngiba particular ngayo uyabona endlini lapha ama light switch lapha ukuthi qha khona abantu ngabamba after a while yathiwa sokuleliya edoti engani khevile so uma into lesengani sinjalo kuyibona usually ngangena endlini yomuntu lekhaya lama lights what the fuck
mina ukuze
Uthole kule tamatisi, ungathola kule tamatisi.
uthola kunomsobho elayitini ngithi what the fuck
inkomishi isupu that time when unathi mazoe
Unathi bra.
that time when unathi mazoe
Ngicela amanzi komuyukasi. Yazi ikhaphi yabo inuka isoup yeza shele ngathi if they don't offer me bottled water.
so yebo so abadala babe right
Shayikaringa la shayikaringa
Ibhakede le pizza.
so abadala babe right ukuthi singadle emzini
Hey, namanzazi. Let's
hey my man take that shit outside my man oh it's you lo muntu ohleke wahoqa la
you guys,
mina personally engayitshelwa ngabazali engayilalelanga maybe it's not to a greater extent njengokuze nini but uqeda isikolo mina that one because I've been in a lot of situations where I had opportunities to make money and like someone would tell me dog if you had actual qualifications you could have made 3 times or 4 times more money and ngaba stubborn mina bengadropa
yazi indaba yakho qotha
yeah. So that one took me a while. Ngazitshela ukuthi mina I'm blind, mina I'm Kbrizzy, I'll make it work out. And then I got to a lot of, it takes at least I was 8 or 9 opportunities. Fuck. If I had that qualification, we can put me 45,000. We can put me, you know what I'm saying? So that one really hit me hard, especially let's say ever since COVID, especially when COVID hit, because obviously in the arts industry isn't as appeal. And the only things that were left were things where you really had to have like strong qualifications. Yeah. And I remember I was in Namibia and the person I was staying with has really strong qualifications. And he was even willing to do nepotism. He said, Jay,
manje
but he went out, he stood over everything.
And I think enye into abadala ababesitshela yona ngizabuyela futhi ku friendship but ngeEnglish ukuthi abona as a kid kulabantwana labana uthi abuhlala uvakatshela ngibo ndoda ngohlala uvakatsha wena
Oh yeah.
wena ngohlala uvakatsha every week ngohlala uvakatsha but bona ababuyi ngini yabona resmas esikhulile so of course akusi situation like eyokuvakatsha but lama friendships la nobona
Yimi ngifake effort.
Hayi ngathi lapha yimi engifake effort kakhulu but mina
I think so ke labona sithile
yeah lama masalvation nje ukuthi ungabi li disciple uyakubabona bona udingani konakale angazi ngababona khona
Yeah, I'm not even me in high school when I had very strict parents. The time I was telling hey, there's a party or whatever, like sleeping over, it's like, bruh, why is it always somewhere else? Why can't I know why they can't come to our cabin and but the principle you and why when are you always going out when why ungalando so
ngana babe ngikho dali so lithi leli sporori na bafana
sleepover phela sleepover yeah but one room
hey
ama sleepover vela nzayimbe la
ichuna ngaphi sleepover ngebe mfisa ukuthi libuye bangani bami but hey ikitchen le bedroom
mina ngimayindi bithanga no baby enkhani but mina baba ngiyamazi kaya angijabula ngingqado Ansuze imqangu mngane wakho. But wambuza wathi una mouse khangela ubona ngani umuhle.
Wezilinele bezilimjayela. Ninele bezilimjayela.
Nditsheni ngabe ungana kulalo lencwala.
No, not like that. But then he so then afterwards he said, yazi abangane wakhe MJ bonke bahle yabo. So uzangisho ukuthi
wena uvela ngayo.
Uzibona unjani yabo. And it's not like zazingakhiphe ingqambelana manga. Zazingakhiphi yabo. He tried to be nice and I asked him next day like, why did you say that? What? Yazi nabe angikwanisa uzibamba ubona kane nofuza ubani so mina bengifuna protect
Amdala over him.
I think yo
Because you know what? You know ne?
yikupho kunye abadala besitshela khona ngapha ngathi thula awukasitsheli lutho wena
I think selikhulume yonke into especially Kbrizzy bemfuna ukukhuluma lapha usakhuluma about issue ukuthi umuntu ubela qualifications. Umamami is ngwangale phesheya kweshangani. Like she's Shona.
Okay.
So she would wayeshinga kakhulu esihlale sishingela ngendaba yokubala amabhuku and all of guys we didn't understand. I remember the first time safeli O level. Yo
wafela like izimseke
safeli izimseke sibili basibuyele sa form 3 SVV.
How? Kathi phoza. What repeat?
I was telling
Oh guys no.
bakona uribida
No, I think it wasn't because maybe sasidala or anything, but we just didn't understand.
Hayi.
No.
Ngosumdala kuthanda izinto. Ngosumdala kuthanda izinto.
wabhala ngo-2008
Kukhashana wena lapho nganisase primary.
Because yikho like izinto ezazitough yabo
No, sasihlale sisenza amakhwaya lani sihlabela all of that. So we didn't understand like ukuthi what's the use, we have the talent and all of that. Kulabantu abaningi. We are born into MJ come on.
Ima boss.
I'm actually seconding point ka Kbrizzy ukuthi hayi ukhuluma iqiniso babeqinisile because I think ama qualification sometimes it might not be 100%,
but sometimes it reveals itself.
It reveals itself and when needed, and sometimes nxa kuthi sokufunakala ukuthi kube lama qualifications.
Mina podcast yokuthanda to be honest, but it's fine.
Yes.
Want to say something?
Then abadala had this really weird way of ukuzikhuza ngotshwala. You know, some would be really direct about it. Hey, then why not? Mine were never like that. But they'll tell some stories and about certain family members.
You know what I mean? Sure, there's some successful. Yeah, it happens. Okay. Successful.
The
ref. I don't know. Yeah. There were some successful family members.
But it's fine.
But they'd always like choose the extreme version. Like if unganigela impilo yakho echwaleni kakhulu, you're literally going to become an alcoholic and you won't be able to get much done. So they wouldn't because this thing is good for depression and that.
It's good for depression. What the fuck?
It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. So some won't outrily say, "Hey, bro."
I think as many abazali lamba ngani bami.
Then Mrs. Moore
Yeah, there's that as well.
So anything, it's a process.
But I feel like ezinye izinto nje just in passing. Izinto nje libo.
Na futhi uthi la repeat.
Ngangaki.
Hayi. Kwakuyilast
concept.
No, don't get twisted never.
Yeah. Le concept to Masalo amfundisana. Sase boys where every time out whenever like ngenza into right, I would expect a reward. Then she was like, no, that's not how the reward works. Being nice to people doesn't mean they're going to be nice to you. Doing nice things doesn't mean you get nice things.
Be nice because you can be.
Yeah. And I thought, but growing up, I've seen people that have helped rocking me.
They've rocked
me.
I'm not body short, man.
Go real world. Just be nice because
that's
it's a good thing to do. Don't expect anything.
I think that's actually even beyond what that's one of the biggest keys in life, dog. Don't do things because you expect the same level back, because all you're doing is setting yourself up for disappointment.
Yeah, vele kuba lama expectation yabo. Nxa usenza something.
Yiko abantu becona berapper.
Yeah.
Fana la company edile nozupost unyawo. Unga expect ukuthi la ngeviki ezayo sebe la supposed to unyawo lwakho.
Yabo. Sesiloke. Yabona nxa sesiposta
Ndingelutshwana sefuna umphephisa.
Utanoke ni mkhothisi.
Hey, thenga utshwala ngoba phoma uzibonela utshela omuhle omile. Akhona isifuna ukubhebha ndude. Hayi, relax.
But izinto
Marinate.
izinto ezinjengokulala late. Abadala babesitshela sasesithi.
Abantwana singabantu sasile energy also.
Yeah, but babesitshela ukuthi umuntu abolala masinyane. Karesi usukhulile.
Asembona.
Usubona ukuthi
Asembona.
Yabe lokho elibhizi lihleka likhala lapha bo 3.
Khona pho uvuka ekseni udiniwe ndoda. Lokho ku fucked up lokho ya.
Vele akulanto e-right bro enzakala la.
Lokuhlala endlini like uzijone xa ungala reason yokuphuma phandle. Hlala endlini.
Yeah.
But grand shop manje life fucked up.
Abadala besihlalani phansi.
Hlala phansi nyawo.
Hayi life fucked up. Life is not.
Ongalanda impilo ngo2 ekseni uyi1. Kungela mgcini ukuqambela amanga ku podcast.
Wena
uzulaxile.
Ulax ubona ukuthi yeah.
Wanyiwa.
Injure.
Yo. Wanyiwa.
Yeah.
Yabona silence lana edlulileyo. We were all thinking.
Kodwa lamethule komothi.
Chaye.
Njengabwenza ama topic lana senza si review ama trauma.
So abasibukeleyo abasilaleleyo lingakhomenta lisitshele ezinye izinto elibone ngana abadala babe right ngazo, but that time besitshela thina sasenza inkani siphangothe futhi yakhe la ungangitshelani mina rockstar.
The older you get, the more nanzelela ukuthi 1 awuhlakaniphanga, 2 abanye abantu abawa lama mishap abakhodala. Because uyabukhulu judge sithi ubani wavunga umithiswa indoda yomuntu, never me. What? No, yeah. When I met him, he told me.
Like, lokhu khula usunanzelela ukuthi izinjengabo into ezinjabo suicide like cause usasemncane you be like uzibulele. But ngaze sikhula zosikholibona.
Mina square. Mina ngambukela abantu be-BF monje yazochomlaba. These guys are rowdy.
Now look at you.
Lokhu khula lokhu understand.
Masukhuluma ezigoreti angiyacela elile mali yami.
Check kule chomlana.
Elile mali yami ngiyacela zihlobo zami.
Give us the money.
Nani mali yami.
Mina ngine point sensitive.
No, it's fine. Just a rocket. As long as
like it's cool. I'm not speaking for myself.
Yeah.
Please note. This is band. That's cool. I want to judge. Hey, why don't keep it safe to what I'm doing? Boy math, girl math, watch what's girl math is proudly saying I don't have kids, but 10 secret opposites.
Yeah, no. Labo chain la. Ungathi wacha disclaimer. That means I change
disclaimer. Remove our stomachs.
Imanini. That means I change.
Ngona spoke lila.
Delete features.
Who did you delete?
Ngona spoke. So nge Mother's Day wa celebrate.
Nge Mother's Day kabe kuyi unveiling.
Fucked up.
This episode of the Dark Humor Show.
But we say this thing.
Like with Jane, I'm not talking about myself. But let's be honest, guys. Yeah, pushing.
I'm a vibes.
It's just your features, bro.
Mama vibes. Fanana la manutu je. Cabanga inutu lilike ngo 2009. Ukuthi
isibuno travel.
Like isibuno sakho kube besiphuma.
Video eke trend kuma Motorola. Awuthe kaSandra Ndebele ekhumbula. Ele PTA house. So it was the most shocking thing we've ever seen in our lives.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yabo. Like very
yeah, but true.
But as women, nangithe.
Kufana even le video lena kaneli. Tip drill ngani like udlala imbukela ngani iphone like
yeah. What the fuck?
But still, right now ingoma leni ngarelease wakathi it's not one of the most obscene things you see around.
Even lo sister Bettina. Karoko samanyobi.
Usisketi.
But basa singakwazi laba.
Now you know.
Manyobi queen.
Mina bengichaya ku ready.
Omunye uthi ponya. Twatonya tong ndo. Twatonya tong not ponya. Umva umfana wekhandi went to a boys' school.
Wafunde emchazafe wena.
Mina ngithe sonke sesinga-actor holier than thou. But 90% of adults, 90% of even the people watching this podcast have been involved in the process of an abortion.
Nangu 10%.
90%.
10%.
90. Selakela participate.
Because I grew up to understand why people find themselves in certain situations. For example, as to meet someone to find out to chat did, or meet a rapist, or to know he deadbeat is happy.
So as women, 90%.
Like siyakwazi abantu.
No, but point Kbrizzy is no, it's not like it's become more common. On a real.
Abortion.
No, it's matter for you.
Guys, but abanye belapheleke lando umngane wakhe sekutide ekubuza ukuthi ngiyenze wena ungathi ye
90 you've been involved.
But like, if it's your friends, even they're tuning up, I really can't handle the baby right now.
uchatile kwathini thini ngiyenzeni
Kaloku ngamajita chat
umntwana uhambulali chomi
Amchoti igundone ngilakho bona
kill that thing bro
you fuck that baby bro
But if you trap a nigga with a baby, you'll cry more than the baby.
Oh, them to do that toodles.
So kulento engambone ngani sasikhulume ngaye ngangifisa ukuthi sikhulume ngaye senzakala but sokuzinye ezihlobeleyo anyways but I still feel like kumele sikhulume ngakho ngoba nathi follower u Miss Universe Zimbabwe 2023 la Manati follow.
Okay, moving on.
So into yenzakileyo just to I think to summarize. So kuyinikiwa.
And the streets are not happy.
Kuyinikiwa and so we situation lana ukuthi the black people abanye bathi why kuyinikiwa bekumele kuwine umuntu omnyama eZimbabwe yathi majority yabantu kungama black people why then kubele lokhuzeni kubele winner LQ. What's your
I mean, I will say it's not unfounded because actually white people make up less than 1% of the population. So, far ukuthi it's two umuntu represent boss. To me salad. You know what I'm saying? To me nigga.
To me breeze.
You think yo, what's up, man? I'm from Highlanders.
What's up, my niggas?
You know what I'm saying?
Wanted to say something.
But I noticed something about Indabale because I saw the post trending. There's this Instagram page called the Shade Room. So bembanama comments but what I noticed was mainly people outside of Zimbabwe and talking about the issue with why when Zim is what very black people, black dominant and what. But I'm a Zimbabwean, very too late. Even one or two look, I was the art so why should we really care?
I don't do what I look crazy.
Yeah, I think it's in the program libe kwazi. Yabo. Wona ucabangani?
Mina very opinion I'm very fucked up anyway. But I'm also not happy. Listen, she might be a good candidate. She might be an actually very attractive white person. But we must never take these things out of context. It's not like it's just a pageant and then we're just, we're coming from a long period of Western beauty aesthetics being celebrated over African beauty aesthetics. Do you understand this? A little jiggly, It's called more cushion for the pushing. That's what we like. But for the most part, an attractive woman has been slender, a model. Come on, maybe no slender. That's your thing. So,
I could
never be.
One of the problems we have, for the most part, one of the problems we have for the most part is that Africoid features are only celebrated when white people get to co-sign them. And I think I've said this before. Rock and roll started with black people. It was when white people started doing it, when Elvis Presley did it, now it's allowed. Then they called him the king of pop. Jazz started with black people. And then who's this guy called? Tumelo Jazz Lo. Frank Sinatra did it. Or now it's a white person doing it, then it becomes cool. We can move on to hip hop. Hip hop, Africa Bambata. You know, some of these guys. But it went mainstream when Eminem joined it. R&B, dog, Justin Timberlake. We have endless examples of certain black or African things only becoming cool when white people do them. So I'm not a fan of celebrating Western aesthetics of beauty.
But manje, if we situation
on today's episode of Black History, bam, bam,
I always gotta give you niggas a little something.
But manje,
Black excellence.
I feel like I'm a competition anje, so I will check what competence.
Because it's true, but now you want your representative to actually represent. But what's it called? Indigenous demographic.
Into mina Kbrizzy, ensuka nyinga understand.
From indigenous to into mina.
Why let you participate then?
Lalela, no, like 2 weeks back, besi celebrate ukuthi sokulo mayor likhiwa.
But that's represent.
Lalela. Besi celebrate ukuthi silo mayor olikhiwa. Because of umlu because of history yakhe ngomsebenzi awenzayo yabo why then nxa sokuthutsha izinto ezinjenge competition naleyo khona kasisa kukhangela icompetence esisebenze esikhangela umeya ngale ngomsebenzi yakhe ayenzayo besikhangela but now ku-situation liyasakukhangela.
I think kuye besikhangela once again what he's done. Okay, he's a stand-up guy. Outside of being his race, a stand-up guy. In this particular competition, we need someone who has features that represent the population, the larger demographic. That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine you Miss Universe representing China or Jane? You understand? China over. Not being honest, dog.
No, bro.
So why are we being... Whether this person is qualified, dog, she might actually be the best candidate. And I'm okay with her because I saw some people saying even the way she might be the best candidate. But I'm saying we gotta take these things into context, dog.
No, but
dog.
What's this? Like sikhangela ipoti feature umuntu yini like because ngiyakuzwe ni emphasis yakho ngani iya ekuthini thina sifuna umuntu omnyama yabona thina sifuna wena ukhangela umzimba.
It's a beauty pageant.
You know what? I think there was there was a pageant, whatever. Kumbeni, Mrs. Zanu, bro, Mrs. What?
Mrs. Zanu.
Hey, they kwaba khona into enjalo. Mrs. What? Bakhetha umuntu omnyama. And everyone, ama black features wona lawo tuyafuna. Everyone was, including you. Everyone was, yes, including you. You were one of the people who was trolling that girl. So what exactly do you guys want?
Yeah. Wasn't this last year when that happened? There's this lady so but she was dark and I want to have a city movie and all of that, but she was given an equal opportunity. And okay, this is what I wanted to say. Like city movie and all of that.
I'm kissing your baba.
Like umuntu Miss Zimbabwe lana bajayele kusitshwa ngayo kumathola oya the 24K95.
Mina, what I'm saying is, I might not be maybe entirely happy with they chose a white person, and because I feel like we should also have abantu abakhangeleka njengathi represent us internationally and across the universe. But at the same time, all these people were given the same opportunity to shine. They were given the same opportunity to say what they wanted to say. To say what they wanted to say, and all of them were given the equal opportunity, and the judges felt like she was the right candidate for her to represent Zimbabwe. I guess right, but also why are we so angry that a white person is representing us? When I remember one time, Kirsty Coventry, we were all celebrating, and she had won a swimming pool.
That was a beauty pageant.
And La Namusha, she's now a sports minister of sports and recreation, what, but we're still so angry when someone represents us. Engafika wine khona ngale Utombani, what's her name? I don't know her name. But yeah. Engafika wine khona ngale sesimfaka kuma pages yethu, sesimfaka kuma Instagram, sesimfaka kuma status, where Zimbabwe and all of that. So I don't know, guys. That's my point. But I would have preferred a black person to win.
I'll say Kirsty Coventry wasn't in a beauty pageant because a beauty pageant is about how you look. She was in a swimming competition.
I'm saying people who represent the country.
Can I ask you something, an honest question? Do you think Naomi Campbell is beautiful? Thank you.
I don't know. I think Tracy Ellis Ross is beautiful. No. What was your point?
Yeah.
You said it's about appearance, right? Not talent.
Because it's a beauty pageant. That's what it's called, guys. It's about beauty.
Exactly.
Look at how successful Naomi
is. Once again, people are taking this out of context. We have been programmed to believe Western aesthetics of beauty are better than ours. That is my problem.
All right, so I'll just touch on like everything that you guys have commented on. We've spoken about 3 white Zimbabweans, right? There's the model, there's our mayor, and then there's
the athlete.
Then there's an athlete.
It's street food.
Then there's history. In fact, we're going to. So anyway, for purposes of this conversation, I'm actually gonna punch you history, Kirsty Coventry in the same
because they're
category.
athletes.
Yeah. Their whiteness doesn't come first. Their talent does. Fine, because they grew up white. They had access to certain sports or facilities that then, propelled them a bit. Exactly. And, Kirsty Coventry had access to a swimming pool. History had access to a field, that kind of thing. So they're outliers in that regard. So their whiteness comes after. Now, with the mayor, the thing is, I'm running the agenda against this guy, but I really don't.
Separate platforms, my dog.
I'm using all platforms that I can get.
My dog.
With the mayor and the model, and Ngani, they're in for me, Ngani, they're almost in the same category. Because David Coulthard and what he has going for him is the fact that he's got a good track record. But he does not represent the indigenous majority like we're talking about before. So as good as he is in terms of public office and what he's done before, it doesn't mean that he like
always competence lapha representation kumbe ngumsebenzi like owenzayo
umsebenzi awenzayo, and that's why I said I'm going to punch him and the model in the same category, but not exactly the same.
Yeah.
The only thing that he has going for him is his track record. Otherwise, and if it was proven this guy wasn't really a good minister or whatever, we're just gonna say this guy is a white person, he's here to represent white people, But we know that as from his time and tenure as a senator and Minister of Education, he's done well. So it's unfair, but still he does not represent us,
which is fine. But in this category that is in, it's all about execution of jobs.
Exactly.
It's not about what you look like.
Same way as history and Kirsty Coventry as far as talent goes.
There are other things that we can grade them outside of.
Now with Ulokuzen, with what's the name, Brooke Jackson, exactly.
It's about what you look like.
It's literally about her being white and her representing which place? Zimbabwe.
Because you're in a competition about. What do you look?
Yeah,
it's like it's a physical competition. It's
to the world, her winning. What do you look like?
I feel like time abantu abamnyama ngathi asikwazi ukuthi simenga ngo 2021 Ireland Miss Universe khona ngale ebe umuntu omnyama amakhiwa 10 amakhiwa aqalisa la ukucomplaina so ngendlela esicomplaina ngayo so abantu abamnyama all over the world, like all over the situation le phela I bring attention like from different parts of the world.
So complain ngani?
Like sa complain sathi sa complain sathi ngumuntu at the end of the day, like icolor of iskin somuntu like akula ndawo khona ukukhuluma yebo, but ngumuntu omnyama elizweni lamakhiwo uwinile. Fast forward ke leso situation ukuthi eZimbabwe sokuwine a white person all of esandleni
double standards.
Plus,
guys, let's not try and act like there's no craftsmanship or skill that's involved in those things.
Yeah.
It's not like you just have to be white and wear lingerie, then you win. Yeah. There's something that they do there. You go like a judge.
It's
There's
called
something
standing
that
there.
needs to
That's all they do, standing there. What do they do, dog? What do people do?
There's
solve the
something that they do.
QBE Rubik's Cube. You stand there in your underwear.
Nah. That's from like a layman perspective.
But
There's something that they do.
Totally layman.
But I feel like
I'd like to. But I would like to believe ukuthi nxa ama-model ekhompyutha lapha, it's not a thing yokuthi bafombe ukukhipha impahla bebe phambi kwethu.
Uyathutsha.
Then sithi sokuyini uvuyi. No.
Begethi escrack bethi mfake escrack yekanganeko international.
enye into mele siyikhangele futhi ukuthi eZimbabwe silawa ama-structures yini vele ale
And
grooming
then
for abantu
mina
abanjani.
ade ngakafiki opinion yami. Into engizayitsho yikuthi eZimbabwe isize zethu eziningi in general we are sort of primitive when it comes to a lot of things, especially things to do with globalization and being global citizens. There are a lot of things that are frowned upon in Zimbabwe. For instance, kulo mnye unkazana waposta ama-picture yakhe pregnancy that day, and I saw a lot of kids complaining, hey, umama zalo zathini, hey, ungavusa indaba yokuthi can you stay endlini lapho umfazi onguyi-breadwinner khona. You see members ziyachwabhana. So vele eqinisweni as Zimbabweans, a fair percentage of us, I think we really need to educate ourselves, and just view izinto in a global perspective. Because right now, asikho age lana ukuthi sebe sikozwimba kuphela ama cultures zethu and other. We have to sort of like meet other people halfway and other things. So as long with the population eyamakiwe eZimbabwe, noma 0.00000%, nxa ekhono le talent ekwanisa ukusirepresent.
Building on his point, though, I'll build on it. Then I think at some point I differ, but building on his point. Building on his point, right?
Yeah.
It's true that I mean, this is why I differ with Ukabelo Mbichana. There is a craft to modeling. Like Elimusu benches and dying as a common modeling, bro. You know,
Just gonna throw that in there.
put in your passion so
Nama pipi.
On two testing. What are the picture?
Uthi
Utakso
pipi.
yake, want to testing utakso yake.
of course, what it look like. But maybe that was also part of modeling. But anyway, there's craft. There's actually like so many modeling academies that I've heard of, even La Pagobulawa, and I'm sure these guys are not pushing vibes the whole day. Konokana, they're standing there and showing up, and they're taught how to show up properly. They're taught how to walk properly. They're taught, poise and
Show up
posture, and
What the fuck is how to show up properly? Quarter past instead of 10 past. How you getting me?
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying
how to pose for pictures and all.
You know what I mean?
They're taught
this is
those
stuff
things.
that doesn't come naturally to us. But where I kind of then differ is in this industry. Sorry, I tell him that says like even 5 African women that are better than this girl.
What do you mean by African, bro?
Indigenous, the African.
Indigenous.
Yes, yeah,
Amashona lamandebele lamakhala.
exactly.
Et al. And
Why didn't they contest?
But I mean,
Because I thought bakhona but they didn't.
Mina.
omunye
Yeah,
umbuzo
okay,
wami
there's that.
like enye into uBreeze uzakhipha ikhadi le lokuthi sasokola 400 years
Vele
ago.
nakaqedi, vele
Ma-
ngo-
la-
zakuphi
eh,
ngo-
ah,
Dr.
uze
Uma,
qhube.
Dr. Uma,
Yo, Dr. Uma uzeqalisa ukukhipha
Sekela.
ikhadi lakhe lona lelo ele racism. But umbuzo wami ukuthi eZimbabwe racism ukhona so experience racism eZimbabwe la?
All right. I'm saying experiences. Yeah. But this is besides the point. Mina.
Yabo?
Man,
Man, like before lokuz like ukukhuluma. I-reaction yabantu la yomele ukutshengisele ukuthi okay sharp. Acknowledge ukuthi i-racism ikhona but eZimbabwe vele amakhe amalutshwane kakhulu ukuthi thina singabe siloke sithi eZimbabwe stressa izinto ezinjenge-racism.
it's true. Generally, I will say racism in Zimbabwe vele is too low. Not only are they outnumbered, but they still remember what we did. Because we did that shit. You understand?
Yeah.
Mni issue yami ngento kati khuluma let's say ngama-gents ukuthi as Zimbabwe, we still need to become more globalized in the culture. I mean, I'm saying, what's wrong with our culture? There's nothing wrong with our culture with us saying, that is our culture, dog. That's where we come from. That's what our lineage is. You know...
I'm
a different guy in a different channel. I'm a different guy.
Why ungagqoki ibhethu usebenzise kuthiwa yini?
Ngoba umthetho uthi
to move with the times, yeah.
angaqedi ngokukhuluma.
Yeah, kumele naqedi.
Problem ukuthi, you know, the West has always tried to push their own culture as being more superior than ours. Their culture is called global culture. I
was breathing, dog.
This is why they came here and told us polygamy was wrong. Having 2 wives was wrong. But homosexuality is right. You know. Americans have this shit called manifest destiny. I don't know if you guys have read up on it. They genuinely, I don't know if it's something they came up with, they believe they were ordained by God to push their culture to the rest of the world. They openly believe that their beliefs are superior to anyone else's beliefs. So now, because they are, you know, who they are, we are found now in a place where we speak about our own culture as not being global and not being, and we call our culture primitive. You understand? But who sets the tone of saying, Guti, all right, primitive, but primitive. Like, what scale do we use to rate that? And it's only agreed upon. Tina, where we come from, we have a different culture. Umfazi, muhle ma isdudla, muhle ma ivelele ingaka, muhle ma, you know what I'm saying? And then where they come from. Actually, do you know how beauty aesthetics work, dog? Beauty aesthetics work by how rare they are. So, Tina, we come from, let's say, Amakiwa come from, you know, how their food is. Everyone is obese. It's rare to find someone with a slim build. And that is how that becomes their beauty aesthetic. Tina ngapha, our beauty aesthetic is different. We like thick,
booty,
chubby girls. You know, in Nigeria, they have things called fattening rooms. When in 2 months, them keep in them feed. Dog.
Yeah.
But somehow that is primitive. Apparently, girls must be skinny.
I tweet, I think I did it. Kuthiwa umuntu ongalanyashi nxa igqoke i-G-string athi T junction.
Anyways, so coming from this long period where anything Western has been celebrated over anything African. You can tell, I qualified my statement. I said she might actually be the best qualified candidate to represent us. But I don't like taking these things out of context and just putting it on a stage.
Yeah.
I take these things with the context of the last 400 years and saying, dog, from where we're coming from, we need more people celebrating our culture, our features. So I understand you are qualified for this, but this is just a shitty thing you're going to have to take. And to be honest, is that really a bad thing for her to take to just get knocked out of a beauty pageant? If you're looking at what black people had to go through, we had to get enslaved, we had to get, and then all we're asking is to just not represent us. So it's a bad thing.
I think it's a small one. I feel like government influence in terms of building structures. Groom abantu ukuthi kube lama competition anje. Ngo 2017, I think Mary Chiwenga was the one in charge of contest in Miss Universe.
She was handling it.
And
now she can't.
And the reputation like
the competition.
The competition at that time, bro. I think it's umuntu oyemele represent is him ku Miss Universe. Kwalikwa ama nudes. What disqualify lo alandelayo like futhi what disqualify because of ama nudes. Yeah, like I feel like when it goes back ekuthini amakiwa right now bona bakwazi like the agencies are sharp aspanayo, and I think okunye sokuyi privilege futhi yakhona ukuthi
from where she comes from.
Yeah, like they have the resources ukuthi afike endaweni enjalo yabo.
Okay.
But for abantu abamnyama thina sivele sila, it's up to I feel like government ukuthi build proper structures.
Ukuthi
Osisi bethu bona laba like abala ama thick ties. Yabo. Because I feel like at the end of the day phela ububheda isibo ukuthola Miss Universe. Kulezinye izinto futhi I feel like imbuzo,
which is fine, yeah. But I agree with those. Those come secondary. Obviously, they're going to ask you, what are you going to do? Or is it, I think we call it corporate social responsibility.
Maybe a substance like
video?
But look at secondary because this thing is called a what? It's not a substance pageant. It's a what? It's a what? Say it with me. Beauty pageant.
Did you see a video?
Beauty with brains, Pela. You can't be a beauty that's just giving brains, Kupe.
Which brain?
It's a beauty pageant. You do a beauty and brains pageant. You beauty pageant.
Did you watch that video of that girl? If you were to make something illegal in your country, what would you do?
What?
Like this current.
This other black girl.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What?
Why ngazo lo mbuzo wakho?
Like but utholza umuntu yena lo iface yakhe everything muhle but yibo abantu esifuna bambe basirepresent
that's a very tricky question, bro. If you're trying to chase like corporate endorsements, bro, like umbuzo lo utricky bro.
It's fine. Yazi ufana lani thina sehlala lapha siqalane uJane siyamqala but once someone eqala uJane kuma comments asimdefend uJane allow us it's the same thing ukuthi akunandaba even if we choose a black girl to represent her and we make fun of her, she's ours, it's fine, dog. Ungathi wena ngini ngoba Mgcini wena ngini bakuqala impabanga yakho umuntu next door sevunywe sokuqala akunanto enjalo, dog. So let us black people choose our own person. It's fine even if we choose a black girl like the one you told, and then Jane was saying it's fine, dog.
Yeah.
But let's not have someone else represent us, or let's not have anyone outside of us make fun of our person. And that's all it is, dog. I see I made a valid point here.
With a valid point.
Are you saying this because she's white, or okay, what if generally she won because she met the qualities of what Miss Zimbabwe Universe what?
And I'm saying she probably did meet standards that we needed.
Yeah, because
she's white, we cannot just ignore that.
But then now, that way of looking at it, and it's a bit unfair because now it's like, okay, you've met the qualities, but because you are white, as ufun. Aye.
No, it is.
So I feel like maso kunjalo yikho lapho selective khona.
Exactly.
Lina lifuna amakhiwa lapho
if it benefits you.
Ngesikhathi senu.
Yes. That is literally what I'm saying. I'm not even connected. That is literally what I'm saying. Because how else do we get to balance the scales? I'll give you an example. Just a minute and then we can move on.
Yeah.
Can I give an example?
Yeah, give an example.
I see this plomile sonke lapha. Obo la tela pha ngutumelo.
Jane.
But it's when ubomvu. Right, utumele fike lapha. Sonke lapha sila. SJ didi. Thathi mic singe yakhe. Hlale thathi laptop, thathi izitulo, thathi yonke into, thathi yonke into. So ngatumelo lokho. After a while we're like, but imagine ngeke sihlutshwe nguchomo yiwani. Simgengele up. Sesicha utumelo manje. Fusekwena. And then Tumelo, hare machance. I made a mistake. We are now all equal. Angit. Sesithi alright Tumelo, sesi equal and sibisele vele mic la phone lama ethi hayi lokho songokwami. But we're now equal. Are we equal in that scenario? We're not, ne? So this is what white people have done. They took a lot of things from us. Beyond resources, they took our culture, they took our identity from us. And then they woke up and said, we are equal. Which we're not, dog, because they don't want to give us back our things.
Really advantage.
They have a lot of advantage. You guys made a lot of examples about how this girl probably went to better. Kirsty Coventry went to better swimming schools.
I try post something.
Do you see?
It's South Africa, and it's one of
Do you know the only freedom? The only freedom white people actually gave us was political freedom and freedom of movement. We didn't get our resources back, we didn't get our culture back, and we didn't get our identity back. And that's all we're trying to claim now. And it looks like we're asking for too much by saying, hey man, can we have someone who looks like us represent us?
But then I'm a situation in Ireland in the Liga 2021.
Which is fine because they're compensating for what happened. You consider we can't take these things out of context. Yeah. We have to look at what they did and we say, Let a black person represent you is cool, but a black person represents us as well. Because we're trying to make up for the gap, which they refuse to give us back the economy. 85% of the South African economy is still run by white people, though.
Yeah.
You know? Black people still don't own the land. Do you know? Do you know like 80% of the gold in the world comes from Africa, but we got our first gold refinery in Uganda in 2019.
Shit.
You imagine?
Yeah. And I feel like building on his point, right? In post slavery and post colonial times right now, one of the biggest tools that white people have is black people that say we don't see color.
Exactly.
You know, a couple of years ago, there's a light was shined or shown. I don't know.
Shine it.
It was shown on issues of social justice, especially in America, right? The George Floyd thing happened.
BLM movement.
Exactly. Black Lives Matter movement came up. The movies like The Hate You Give, they came out. Documentaries like When They See Us came out. You know, and you kind of see Uguti like. In situations like that, right, you mustn't say that I don't see color because my color is my identity. Looking at the history that I have with white people, you know, to say that, you know what, guys, we're a rainbow nation now, everything's cool, everything's all right. You know, to say that I don't see color, I don't see white people.
Rainbow what?
You know, we're all equal, like, we're really not equal, bro. Like, as long as you're not fixing systems that protect the wealth that white people got, and gives it back to society, you know, like we can't say Asboni Kala. So right now, and for black people to then say that, fine, this model is there, she's qualified, is great, but we don't see the fact that she's white.
We're ignoring a lot of
that's
brown. But have you seen
African people?
TikTok, he pretends to be blind. He walking stick and he just randomly walks up.
Omnyama.
Okay. He randomly walks up to people and asks them to hold his hand and guide him or whatever. So he does it with this other white guy. Was tintita. Was tintita. I will never be equal. But I'm still against you.
It's fine, but I'm saying we're fighting this war on everything.
And the white guy, even the black ones, bam.
I think in closing, aside in la man. Site in lam. Ezinye izinto right now social media, I feel like kule trend ukuthi abantu sihamba lento e popular. Like if it's popular ukuthi hate on Brooke right now because uwine Miss Universe, because ulikiwa. Yabo?
Don't just go with that.
Let's do that. Yabo. But ama situation anje so ikho lapho simele ucheke khona i-competence. Like ipanel nalega di lokhuzi judge. Bengamakhiwa phela. Bazomakhiwa phela. Thothi ikhiwa beli1 futhi. Abantu abamnyama bona laba yibo bamkhethile.
Because what condition develop to makhiwa? I know.
Yabo, and not ignoring futhi into ekhulumileyo ukuthi okay sharp. I feel like okunyesa kube as a privilege ukuthi bona balawa ama resources. Ukuthi ahambe ku best lokhuze nini. Best modeling agents. Yabo. But again, i-government yenzani ngama competition anje wapha ama structures asekhona sebuild ukuthi balokhuze like ba groom ama model because ububhedi abuwini Miss Universe.
Wena
danko
agi lapha unakali agi ku Miss Universe.
Hey, we know I'm a BPL guys.
Lina lafundela makhiwo nofundela ikhiwo kule khiwo lali intelligent kulawe. Or how many of them were smarter than you? Lawe, how many of them were smarter than you? Or they just had better access to resources than you?
Jane.
Umbuza wena
umbuzo.
You sakaro facts.
Sorry?
Wafundela makhiwa intelligent udlula wena yini?
No.
Where's my kill?
Yeah. Which was, I think there's a joke we used to tell, like remedial English at our school was usually full of white people. Which is funny because
Shay sign language.
Fanana lana kodwa mandebele ngathiwa qumuqethu gecu wathi wathi lapha lebesidinga.
Awungathi wathi la.
Sorry right. Qumuqethu gecu uhlelo lalufeyila.
Ubuza ku podcast ngavala.
Yabuza.
Ngifuna ukubuza ukuthi amachera namabhonga kati bathwasa nini kati because isithwele nzima
But bahle
When are we going on a date?
Zero question.
Yo, let's
What
go.
question?
But
Yeah.
siyabonga kakhulu. Iring angazi ukuthi mana iring. Anyways, cabanga uchero olebhongo introduce like emajideni ebusuku lapha okungala magetsi like Kbrizzy. Nansi chira eta
Fere.
hambali.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe, like this,
I wish I talk.
like this, comment, this podcast.
I mean,
donate
I wish I talk.
and donate pets.
Donate, yeah.
Oh, yes,
Donate,
please.
Drop them off
please,
at the Zulu Fashion Hour shop number 10 in Bali Mall. Yeah, thanks for today. Yeah.
All right.
If you don't qualify,
If you don't quite a sec.